Second example for coin and stamp problems. This one's going to be dealing with specifically the stamps, and so I'll read it and I'll show you how we set these things up. It says a collection of stamps consists of 3-cent stamp, 5-cent stamps, and 7-cent stamps. There are 6 more 3-cent stamps than 5-cent stamps, and 2 more 7-cent stamps than 3-cent stamps. The total value of the stamps is $1.94. How many 3-cent stamps are in the collection? So as you read through that, obviously there's all kinds of different stamps. I noticed that there are 3 different types. I'm going to call them type A, B, and C. And maybe to even show you how to simplify the reading. I don't know about you, but as I read through there, I was kind of snickering a little bit because it's kind of hard to process all the 3-cent, 5-cent, 7-cent. There's too many numbers. It's almost a number overload. So what I would suggest is to go through and change the cent values for each of the stamps to like A, B, and C. In other words, if I say that A stamps were 3, B stamps were 5, and C stamps were 7, then just for the sake of reading, I can come back through here and cross this out and call this A, B, C. Also, as I see 3, 5, and 7 throughout the word problem, I'm just going to change them all to A, B, and C. This may seem a little silly, but in actuality, it makes it much easier to read. And you'll see as I read through this and I break it up what I'm doing. So now it says, I have a collection of A, B, and C stamps. Pretty simple. There are 6 more A stamps than B stamps. Now I'm going to do my tallies here. It had A to B, and 2 more C than A. As a general rule then, because it referred to the stamp A most often, I'm going to want to start there. I'm going to want to call that X or A or whatever. In this case, my variable was X. And now as I read through it, I'll try to make heads or tails out of it. There are 6 more A stamps than B stamps. If there are 6 more A stamps than B stamps, that means that there are 6 fewer B stamps. An expression that would represent 6 fewer than this would be X minus 6. And then as I read the next part, there are 2 more C stamps than A stamps. 2 more C stamps than A stamps. So if A is X and C has 2 more, that would be X plus 2. As we did for all the previous sections, to get to this total value column, we're just going to multiply. So X times 3 we would write as 3X. I'm going to distribute this 5 against the expression, so this becomes 5X minus 30, and you see that here. In a similar fashion, I'll multiply the 7. 7 times X is 7X. 7 times 2 is 14. So now I have expressions for the total value of A stamps, total value of B stamps, total value of C stamps. The one number I had not used yet was this $1.94. And just like in the last example, when I convert dollars into just straight cents, it happens that I'm not going to use this cell, but I have to represent the money all in terms of cent. So I'm going to take that $1.94 and turn it into 194 cents. And then I can say the total value for A stamps plus the total value of B stamps plus the total value of C stamps equals the total value. As I bring those expressions together, I can say 3X plus 5X minus 30 plus 7X plus 14 equal 194. Combine the like animals. I get 15X minus 16 equals 194. I'll move this 16 over to the 194 side, remembering to change its sign, of course. So I get 15X equals 194 plus 16, or 15X equals 210. I divide by 15 and X equals 14. So I divide both sides here by 15. X is 14. The question said, how many A stamps are there, or 3-cent stamps? And so my answer comes back up here. It's whatever X is, which happens to be the solution to this equation. And so my answer is there are 14 stamps at 3 cents. Here's your second example for coin and stamp problems. You'll see as you do these problems, they really are just an extension of the mixture problems. The only difference is you're expected to know for coins what a coin is worth. If it's a stamp, I'll already give you the value. And the trick with the stamp problems, trust me on this, go through and cross out those values after you have them listed in your chart. Call them A, B, and C, or X, Y, Z, or whatever that you want to do. It makes it so much easier to read those, and solving them becomes that much more enjoyable. Carry on.